Yeah, I'm posing. What of it?
Welcome to the review portion of my anime reaction video to Stardust Crusaders episode 1. Honestly, this was a really great start to this series. It was really well done. It's basically a build-up episode to what's to come later on, and this was a pretty good one. In terms of the animation, dare I say it looks even better than it did when it came out in 2012, the previous two arcs at least. I noticed that there's some 3D animation or some CGI used on the boats scene, and I believe there was some in the jail scene they used on the backgrounds. It's actually pretty well done, and usually not a lot of anime usually pull off CGI or 3D animation, but this one kind of did, so kudos to the animation studio. Voice acting was really well done. Daisuke Ono as Jotaro Kujo, I think that was a really great casting choice. His voice definitely suits the character, so good job on that. The rest of the voice actors are pretty good too. The one for Joseph, I know it's not the same one as they used for Battle Tendency. I think it's a different voice actor. I don't know the name of the voice actor, unfortunately. Maybe you guys know him, but he does sound familiar. I think I've heard his voice from somewhere. I'm trying to recall where, but I remember Daisuke Ono. I've seen many animes that revolved on his voice acting skills, so yeah. The music seems pretty good so far, but I haven't heard anything that's like, oh my god, this is so awesome, I can listen to this all day, like some of the other stuff, but they'll probably come later on. But there were some pretty good pieces of music, so I gotta give kudos to the composer for this. So yeah, let's move on to the plot of the episode. Dio's back! Fucking Dio! Alright, I'm just gonna say this. He's an ass. He's a dick. He's an evil, sadistic son of a bitch. He's menacing. He's cruel. I mean, seriously, in like Phantom Blood, you know what I'm talking about if you've seen Phantom Blood. God damn it. And now he's back. That's just great. So like as a character, you can't help but hate him, but as a villain, he's pretty good at it, so you can't help but think some of his moments are really cool. Actually, like over 50% of his moments of any scene he's in is pretty cool. Although I gotta ask, like, I'm not sure like when we're gonna see Dio fight against the Joestars anytime soon. I know it's not anytime soon. It's probably gonna be like the second half of this arc. I heard that this arc, by the way, is really long, so this might go on for like 26 episodes. I heard it might be going for even 30, so who knows how long that's gonna take to get to see Dio. Now, Jotaro Kujo, my impression on him so far, he seems kinda like a jerk towards his mother. I mean, I know a lot of people like Jotaro, but that's like the impression I'm getting out of this guy. By the way, don't call your mom a bitch. I mean, seriously, what the hell? I think the Japanese term was anma, I'm not sure, but it could mean damn woman, but it was translated as bitch, but seriously, that's not cool. And with Holly, I mean, like, and her son, who calls her bitch, she doesn't care. She just smiles and goes, hi. She's like, hi. Like, but she, you know, she kind of comes off as a sweet, kind, caring person, and probably a very nice mother, but probably the kind of mother that doesn't discipline her children, but she does come off as pretty nice and sweet. Their relationship, well, at the beginning when he was a kid, as we saw in the flashback, it was like a nice mother-son bond, but I guess when he became a teenager, he started to become more tough or emotionally distant. I think that's what you'd say. But I think he's the guy that is tough, but he has a good side to him, because I know that he wants to keep himself locked up in jail because of the evil spirit that he possesses, which is the stand, but the name hasn't been revealed yet in the anime, so I'm just not gonna say the name of the stand until it's been revealed in the anime. I know that in the episode he got into a fight with 3 or 4 other people. One of them was a boxer, and he beat him up so bad that they were in the hospital. He thought the spirit was evil because he doesn't want to hurt any innocent people. Although there was like some parts of the episode that kind of confused me, like, where the hell is the stand getting all the stuff for Jotaro? I know that he can like bring stuff to him, but where is he getting it from? Joseph, I was so glad to see him again, even though he's older, but hopefully we'll get to see him do a lot more. I mean, he was the one that did bring in the information about the stands and the return of Dio. Not only were we introduced to Joseph, but we were also introduced to Muhammad Avdol, a friend of Joseph's. He also has a stand, Magician's Red, that was so freaking cool. I don't know if this is just me, or was the thing that he was wearing around his neck, was that a necklace? Because I could have sworn that it looks like a really long earring attached to both his ears. Maybe that's just me. Now, the fight between Magician's Red and Jotaro Stand, that was really, really good. I mean, you can tell from the episode it was going more like a comic book feel, I guess you can say, or I guess you could say a manga feel with the with the way it was being animated. The fight was so cool and it was like so brief, but he was trying to at least get Jotaro out of his cell, which is why he wasn't even continuing fighting, which was funny because he was about to get stabbed by one of the rods from the jail cell from Jotaro Stand. Actually split that thing in half. Sharman was about to get stabbed, but he just turns away and just withdraws Magician's Red. I thought that was I was like, what? No, please continue. I wanted to see more, but maybe we'll see more later on in next week's episode. If it was going to continue either way, Avdol will just melt that thing with his fire. Now, the stands themselves, I think the stands are really cool, and they seem to have like some sort of key ability with each one, but I think there are some stands out there that might have more than one ability. Jotaro Stand, so far we've seen him, it's got quick reflexes and super strength. It's incredibly strong, but I don't know like what other things it can do. It'll probably show later on. Magician's Red, its ability is to manipulate fire, and I like elemental users whenever they use the elements like fire, water, earth, lightning, air. Any kind of element like that looks really cool, so I really like the Magician's Red fire ability. We actually get to learn a couple things about the stands. First of all, the stands are, I believe they said it was the manifestations of their life energies materializing into this sort of physical form, which is funny because Joseph has a stand, which the name hasn't been revealed yet, so I won't reveal it. Its stand was purple vines, while Magician's Red and Jotaro's stand, they're all more like anthropomorphic or human-like. Magician's Red was more like an anthropomorphic phoenix. So there are going to be some stands that have like their own bodies, whether it be human or animal-like, but there will probably be some stands out there that'll look like objects. I heard that some of the abilities of some of the stands are incredibly hacks. Joseph's stand, I mean, his ability, which by the way, I saw him using the ripple combining with his stand, so hopefully we'll get to see him use the ripple more often, but anyway. He can take pictures just by smashing the camera, and those pictures, he called them visions, just so that he could see other people or places like far away. That is like the ultimate spy cam. That's crazy, but it is so cool. And you know, it's a shame that he didn't have the stand during battle tendency. I don't know like what would have happened if he had that stand, but during that arc, but maybe it would have came in handy later on. Also, apparently, if the stands are inflicted upon some serious damage, the user also feels the damage. It's like Kumamura's Bankai with that. I mean, like when Magician Red was getting strangled, Avdol was also getting strangled. He was feeling what his stand was feeling. And you can even see like a hand imprint on his freaking neck, and he was still able to talk. I mean, how are you still able to talk with a hand clenching on your throat? Now, I've also heard that there's some people, not every single person, but some people are born with these stands. However, with the Joestars, it's a different case. That's where Dio came in. He took Jonathan's body while the boat was exploding. I mean, last time, if I recalled, in the final episode of Phantom Blood, he was stabbed just when he was connecting himself onto Jonathan, so he would have been weakened in order for that to happen. Plus, I mean, wasn't he caught in that like grip by Jonathan, but maybe it loosened, but then again he was dead. So I don't know, I'm not much of an expert on dead bodies. What baffles me is that even though Dio was a freaking head, he had time to possess Jonathan's dead body, rip off Jonathan's head, attach his own head onto the body, and then go into that coffin thing and then sink into the ocean for like 100 freaking years. What? Is that even I don't even know if that's even possible. I mean, like, especially when their boat was freaking exploding. I thought he was gonna die because even if he do possess the body, it's gonna take some time getting attached to the nerves and learning the functions of a different body. Like, damn it, man. Those damn fishermen shouldn't have fished him out. Especially, they shouldn't even opened him when the sun was setting. If you opened him during the sunrise, if the sun was still up high, then maybe they would have survived because Dio is still a vampire. Ooh, vampire stand users. That would be so cool. The Joestars now have a star-shaped birthmark, just like Jonathan's, which is weird because I don't recall seeing a birthmark on Jonathan's neck. Holly, Joseph, Jotaro, they have it too, and I think this birthmark connects them to Dio right now because Dio was actually aware that somebody was spying on him. So he was aware of the descendants of the Joestars and he plans to kill them. He said that he already set his plan into motion, so I'm like wondering, oh, what is he going to do? The thing is, like, when he took over Jonathan's body, I think the birthmarks actually appeared on the other. I'm not sure because I'm actually wondering, like, when did they get the birthmark? And how come they never noticed it if it was there the whole time? But no, all I heard is that it was actually 4 years when Dio was awakened, and they awakened their stands a year ago. I think it was a year, I'm not sure. I might have misread the translation. It was recent that Joseph and Jotaro had their stands, so yeah. Their stands were awakened by the return of Dio. I'm not sure how that worked, maybe because of Dio's vampiric blood and that birthmark, and maybe it was also because of the Joestar bloodline. I guess because with that mixed together, it kind of like became a source to the rest of the Joestar descendants. But the thing is, I noticed that Holly also had the birthmark too, so does this mean that Holly is going to get a stand? And if that's true, what will that stand do? So next week's episode, from the preview, we're going to be introduced to another character, Noriaki Kakyoin. From the impression that is going on with the preview that I saw of Kakyoin and the episode next week, it looks like Kakyoin is going to fight against Jotaro. That's pretty obvious, but does he start off evil at the beginning? It kind of does at first. I think that's the impression that I'm getting at this point, but I could be wrong because I don't know like what's going to happen next. Because I know they're gonna fight, but I don't know like what's gonna happen later on. I mean, I know he joins the group, but like, does he start off evil at first? I'm not sure. But I am looking forward to seeing it and his stands and what that can do. Hopefully, Jotaro's character will grow on me eventually. I mean, so far my favorite Jojo is Joseph, but Jotaro seems pretty interesting. So overall, this was a pretty good episode. I really like it, and I cannot wait to see more of Stardust Crusaders and the stands. And I don't know like how long it's gonna take to get to Dio. It's a pretty long arc, so I'm looking forward to seeing more of this. And tell me guys, what did you think of this week's episode? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know in the comments below. Be sure to like the video if you like it and subscribe to more videos. And be sure to check out my Facebook fan page, Google+, and my main channel because this will be posted on the backup channel. If you want to check out the episode yourself, it is currently streaming on Crunchyroll, so check it out on Crunchyroll. And yeah, that's basically it. So I'm LunarSpawn27, and I cannot wait to see more of Stardust Crusaders. I will see you guys later. Bye.